Hello everyone, welcome back to Silent Hill. I think I'm almost finished with the game. This will probably be the last or second to last video. And we are in a place that the save file describes as nowhere. It's kind of a nightmarish mashup of all the previous areas in the game that don't make logical sense. You'll go through one door in what looks like the hospital and come out in a classroom, as you're about to see. This is actually my second take of the video. The first time around I got derailed by some pretty obtuse puzzles, which I will show you here in a bit.
I'm being summoned. What happened in this town? What could be making things like this? I have a feeling if I take the elevator down, I'll find it.
Elevators are a little creepy. They leave you kind of trapped and claustrophobic. This one time when I was going to the university, I was in the main library and I got stuck on an elevator. There was another couple on board and the elevator stopped in a place where it shouldn't have, and I think the guy hit the open door button, and when it opened there was just like a blank concrete wall there. It was pretty freaky. And then of course it went back up and everything was normal, but since then I kind of like taking the stairs. So there's a key in there, but I can't get to it because the cage itself is locked. And we have a really disturbing, fluttering bird sound. Just one of those things they throw in there to mess with you. And they really do refine that to an art form in this game. Speaking of unsettling things, there's random laughter of a child. So we go from the Otherworld Hospital to the normal antique shop, sort of. Notice that hole in the wall is not here. I think that was a line from Silent Hill 2 when you go into that bar. There was a hole here, but now it's gone. Excuse me. You'd think you could deal with a glass cover with something like that, but it's another weird puzzle. Uh-oh. I have to say, I'm loving that hammer thing. That makes very short work of the nurses. Kind of wish I'd gotten it at the beginning of the hospital stage, but oh well. Better late than never. The cool thing about the attack is that it knocks them back when they're trying to stab you, so it's quite effective. Ophiel, there's some weird words. So yeah, here we are in the normal Silent Hill classroom with one desk. It's a great student-to-teacher ratio. Must be one of those private schools. Screwdriver. Pliers. And if we investigate them... rusted but usable. And that does happen. Heard it's worse in humid climates. But yeah, oxidation is a bitch. I've heard this life hack where if you take those silicate bags that you get in shoe boxes and throw them in your toolbox, that will stop that from happening, or at least inhibit the rusting process. Don't know if it's true or not. Hegith. Okay, so now that I have those pliers, I can grab this key that's stuck in a faucet. That gives me the Ophiel key. Although in my experience with stuck keys, if you force them out, they'll just break. Then you'll have to drill out the lock or something. I wish I had a map. Love me some maps. Let's see. Which door is it? No. I think it is this one here. Okay, so here's that puzzle about the Grim Reaper's list again. And I'm ashamed to say I did have to take to the internet to find the solution. I thought I had it. Here we have a list of names, and the numbers to the left are the ages. And then there's a further clue at the end of this hallway. Remember, this is different than the previous Otherworld Hospital. This is the Nowhere version. So if you look at that, feel free to pause this if you need to look at it in any detail. So it talks about being lined up in order of age, that is from youngest to oldest. So what seemed obvious to me was taking the full initials. This is another one of those puzzles where if you grab a piece of scratch paper and something to write with, it's very beneficial. So you order those initials out in order from youngest to oldest. That would be, let's see, I have it here. A-L, L-F-E, E-C-B, R-T-M, T-F-W. And the first few times, I tried inputting all of those initials and nothing happened. And it turns out that what you really have to do is look at the word that's spelled out by the first letter of that list of initials. That is A-L-E-R-T, or alert. Click. It seemed a little obtuse to me. Here we are in the morgue again.
Harry?
Lisa, what's the matter with you?
I get it now. Why I'm still alive even though everyone else is dead. I'm not the only one who's still walking around. I'm the same as them. I just hadn't noticed it before.
Lisa.
Stay by me, Harry. Please. I'm so scared. Help me. Save me from them. Please. Harry?
Lisa?
That was so freaking sad. And of course, if you go back in there, she's gone. Which is strange, because there's just really nowhere she could have gone. There are no other exits. She just kind of vanished. Yeah, it's really kind of heartbreaking. Ooh, what have we here? So, let's pause for a moment and discuss what just happened there. Previously, we only saw Lisa in the Otherworld version of the hospital. She wasn't there in the normal version. And you tried to take her with you, but she mentioned that she felt like she couldn't leave. And then that happened. So basically, and I know this from having played the game and from having read online discussion forums and such, that wasn't the real Lisa as she existed in life. Basically, she was an otherworld construct created by Alessa Gillespie. The real Lisa was the nurse who was assigned to take care of Alessa when she was in that underground basement burn ward, or whatever it was. And I guess the two sort of formed a bond. So what we saw, the Lisa we saw, was basically like a special version of one of those twisted nurses, but this was a nice one. And she started acting progressively weirder. You know, she had all the facial tics, and in that last scene, it looked like she was kind of leaning over backwards when she was walking towards Harry. Yeah, she was like a special, nice version of one of those enemy nurses. And she was kind of self-aware, so that was really sad. The real Lisa was a sympathetic character. She was just kind of a bystander. I think the hospital staff, specifically Dr. Kaufman, got her addicted to that White Claudia drug, and they used that to blackmail her, and I think they may have killed her ultimately. Signs seem to point to that anyway. But yeah, that was a really sad cutscene. Oh yeah, I don't want to go back here. Okay, so this puzzle, we have signs of the zodiac, right? And because I hate looking up answers to puzzles on the internet, it makes me feel like kind of a pansy-ass gamer. I first went online just to look up the order of the astrological symbols here. You know, like there's one that corresponds with January, February. I know mine is Taurus, that's April, the 4th month. But none of that was really relevant to this puzzle. What I learned from the internet was that these numbers correspond with the number of limbs that the animals have. Limbs are appendages. So even though I would technically count fins, they're counting the two fish, the two sharks here, as having 0 limbs. The ram here has 4. The crab has 10 because that's 8 legs and the 2 pinchers in front. So all you really have to do here is fill in the blanks. The centaur guy here has 4 hooves and 2 arms, so the answer is 6. bull has 4. And the twins here have 8. That to me was really obscure. Stone of Time. Okay. I don't like it when the puzzles don't have good context within the rest of the game. I mean, there was no clue on the wall that told you it was looking for the number of limbs, or that the door puzzle was looking for first letters of initials. So I don't know, it seemed a little bit cheap to me. Whoa. So, because we have a square hole here, we'll use the square tablet. There's the key of Haggith. Sorry, I wasn't quite done ranting about the puzzles. I know Myst was one of the top-selling games of all time, and I've tried it in various forms over the years. You know, I got it on digital downloads when it was on sale and so forth. But, oh, where's that door? The reason I never liked that game was because the puzzles were so hard to figure out. I mean, there was no logical basis for that. And really no way to play it without a strategy guide, in my opinion. Once again, it was problematic to me because it brought the action to a halt, much like that turnstile puzzle in one of my previous videos. Okay, now we have some options. What the hell floor am I on now? Let's just start with 1. Okay, no. 2. What do we got here? A bunch of rusty old chairs. Some nurses. Come and get it. I'm loving that hammer. Yeah, that's how you do it. Crest of Mercury. And some rifle ammo. I think this is that jewelry store from the mall. Or the town center, as they called it. A ring of contract. Wow, this is some weird stuff. No doors on the other side. I like that you can hit them while they're down, too. That's great. Hello, nurse. Ah. It's kind of cool if they gang up on you. Ooh. And by cool, I mean not cool. Okay, I'm having a hard time getting an angle here. Pretty sure there's a map around here somewhere. I might have just missed it. What the hell? Oh, okay, this is the first hallway. Hey. Camera. Hopefully it's a Polaroid. This is before digital cameras became a thing, really. Which way was I going? Ah, screw to the wall. That's the clue. Damn it. Sorry. Okay. What am I looking for now? Some kind of insulated glove? A breaker box, maybe? Okay, I did a little bit of editing there. So I found out that if you get back on the elevator, there is a third floor. The light to the future. The light illuminating the darkness. Ah, hell. Another puzzle, just what I always wanted. Of course not. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. I was on the right track before. The light to the future. I'm actually writing this down on a piece of scratch paper. Guessing I need to recreate that on the little plate to my left. Go ahead and use the camera here too. Oh hell. Aha. So you have to be in an oddly specific location to use it. Alright. Right. Yeah. That puzzle made a lot more sense. So that's what they make the White Claudia drug out of. Finding bloody books on the floor, but I can't seem to interact with them. Huh. Alright, let's see what's behind door number 2. This time we've got that. That. And yes. I feel smart, but not really. Birdcage key. Sweet, now we're getting somewhere. Now I'm just gonna run my happy ass back down to the first floor where the birdcage was. That's not where the birdcage was. I'll say it again, I really wish I had a map. No. Pretty sure it was in this first hallway. Or, you know, not. Yeah, might as well save. Just because. Ah, man. Get off me. Ah. So the grab itself doesn't do too much damage. It's only when they subdue you or stab you. Okay, this was the wrong room. I didn't even have to come in here. Ugh. Birdcage, where are you? Leg. Ah, at last. Okay. That's the door I just passed. Even I couldn't get lost here. Yippee. Ah. Oh, what in the hell? Those are like those little shadow children, but they actually have substance here, and they can damage you. That looks like a substantial item, but I don't seem able to interact with it. Oh, how did I miss that? Dagger of Melquar. That's the name of the legendary blacksmith in Chrono Trigger. Missing a link. I'm thinking... Yes. And what does that do? What did I accomplish? I feel like I just wasted an item. Okay, I guess. Only in Silent Hill, folks. Wow, would something have killed me if I hadn't done that? Damn it. An unk. Wasn't there a Lovecraft novel? I think I see the word help. I think I see the word kill, help, something. I think I see eyes. Interesting. The human psyche is a fragile thing, isn't it? Jelly beans. Isn't that always the way? Key at Belfour. Okay, that's nearby. Good. Oh. Well, since I'm here, let's pop this back in again.
What is it? Still has an unusually high fever. Eyes don't open. Getting a pulse, but just barely breathing. Her skin is all charred. Even when I change the bandages, the blood and pus start oozing through. Why? What is keeping that child alive? I can't stand it any longer. I won't tell a soul. Promise. So please.
Huh. It seemed to be a little bit more of Lisa Garland's backstory. here's the new area. This is Alessa Gillespie's room. I think I'm going to save here and call it a video. I will pick this up shortly for the exciting conclusion. Thank you very much for watching.